I say? In this video, we're going to go over things like what can I say on advertising or on business cards, signage, forms, and in public and in our private associations. Unless we put medical freedom into the Constitution, the time will come when medicine will organize into an undercover dictatorship and will force people who wish doctors and treatment of their own choice to submit to only what the dictating outfit offers. And that was a quote from an MD, Benjamin Rush, a signer of the American Declaration of Independence. So he said that quite a long time ago. And if you're watching this, you're probably very aware that if it wasn't for our First and our Ninth Amendments and independent thinkers and centuries of alternative healers that fought back, we would be fully subject to that dictating cabal now. They really, really don't want us to have medical freedom or our own choice. But God. So the world is changing in a huge way, but we still don't really know what that's going to mean for licensure or unlicensed alternative health practitioners and healing ministries, and really restoring our constitutional freedoms. So for a quick refresher, a license is permission to do something that is otherwise forbidden. A driver's license is considered mandatory to drive a car on public roads. However, the licensing implies that the activity in question is a privilege, not a right. And people, we know we have a right to travel. In the case of doctors and healthcare practitioners or occupational licensing, that gives us permission to do something that was never illegal in the first place. Sadly, a major purpose of licensing is about control and access and money and behavior within the profession, not about bettering the health of our members. In the healthcare field, certain words have been assigned legal meaning in state statutes. So one of the ways the state legislatures and the professional associations, such as the AMA, the chiropractic boards, the veterinary boards, the psychology boards, and so on, exert their control is to declare that only licensed individuals can use those certain words. We definitely know that these laws need to be changed. The states and the boards do not own certain words. That's totally not constitutional. And this is also why in a private association, which upholds our First Amendment free speech liberty, we can talk about and use whatever words we want to. Some might find it simpler to maintain consistency within private jurisdiction and then public, such as forms and advertising, so that you don't have to switch verbiage back and forth. If you're liking this content, please remember to like, subscribe, and share this channel and the videos. So I'm going to give you some ideas and suggestions of words to use in lieu of words that are reserved for licensed practitioners. But as we go through this, I want you to really begin to tap into, hey, how am I actually going to move forward in the new landscape? We're not being censored, supposedly now. What does that look like? Am I going to test it on social media? Am I going to speak more freely in public, things that I'm not supposed to say if I'm unlicensed? Or am I going to just still kind of roll the middle ground and speak freely only in my association, my private property, and then I'm going to censor myself in public? Or am I just going to completely go with different words so that you are not looking over your shoulder? Whatever you choose is good for you, but just kind of start thinking about maybe where you're landing. So instead of the word disease, maybe you use words like condition, problem, deficiency, excess, or imbalance. Instead of the word treat, handle, work with, relieve, balance, normalize, or correct. Instead of prescribe, you might want to say empower or coach, teach, demonstrate, educate, suggest, advise, propose, or options. Instead of diagnose, look, review, assess, measure, check, determine, and evaluate. Instead of cure, maybe it's restore or help, improve, correct, balance, or normalize. And some of my personal favorites, instead of saying adjustment, are alignment and the spinal cord, allowing the spinal cord to unwind and maybe coming out of fight or flight response. Well, what are some of the words that you use with your members or on your websites and marketing? Please remember to comment below. And something cool to note is the use of your degree is generally okay. I thought this was really a very good option. So even if you're not going to get licensed or have given up your license, you can still put DC or DO or MT after your name on a business card. I like this because it goes with that same mindset of I took all the training, excuse me, I went to college, I spent all the money, I have the diploma on the wall, I graduated, and I've either uncontracted with the licensing board or I never contracted in the first place. But it doesn't mean I don't have that degree or that training. It just means I didn't go that other step and contract with the licensing boards and the states, which I like a lot. Another option is to describe oneself or the activities of the ministry or the association by the area in which one works, such as nutrition, brain balancing, lifestyle coaching, nervous system alignment, health, or education. A special thank you and credit go to Dr. Lawrence Wilson for much of the education shared here. And I pray that this is helpful as you dive into learning more about the joys and the benefits of ministering inside the private domain. We'll see you in the next video.